Hello, Jerry Mboweni here, certified life coach and NLP practitioner, drug counselor, author of the book called 115959. So welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to speak about, I'm going to bring 2 points. Across. The first one, how our lifestyle began with early perception of our world around us. How our lifestyle began with early perception of the world around us. The second point I want to bring across today is the child who you are once you still are. The child you were once you still are. So let me bring these 2 points across. And if you're going to listen, as usual, if you are going to listen to this video until to the end of the video, I've got a gift for you. So listen to until the end. I promise to give you that gift. And for those who listen until to the end and claim their gift, thank you very much. And I really appreciate your support. So let's talk about the first point I want to bring across. So our first lifestyle begin with early perception of our world around us. So that means that everything that is happening now as your lifestyle, as the person has begun to develop on your very, very young age. Nothing that is happening now which is new. It's something that you have learned in your past. Allow me to give this story. So once upon a time I had a client called me and they said, Jerry, I would like your help. I said, okay, how can I help? He says to me, man, I think I have a problem. I like to entertain people too much. I'm like, whoa, so what's the problem with that? I mean, entertain your friend. He said, no, you don't understand. He said to me, it cost me over 250,000 rand to entertain my friend. I said, wow, how is that possible? And he explained to me, say, you know what, Jerry, I got a good job, and as with a good job, I got a lot of credit card. And I moved out of my house. He said my house where my parents' house is big. I had my room. Everything was fine. But where I went to buy a flat, and he said, guess what happened? I could buy 1-bedroom flat, but I bought 2-bedroom flat because then I can live in one room, and other room my friends can come with their girlfriend and we can have party. And he said, no, and he said, I'll fill up my fridge. I will fill up my fridge with food, with alcohol and everything things. And he said, then something happened. I lost my job and I have to go back to home. I have to sold my flat and all of those things happening. And he said, this thing until now I'm home. I'm going to borrow money for the weekend to go with my friend. And I said, now this is a problem. So I said to him that the child that you want, I said to him first, you have learned this from your child. I said, you have learned this habit of entertain people from your child, because this is not something new. So he said, no, what do you mean? And I said to me, okay, book for the session and we start the coaching session. So on my coaching session, the very first thing we're going to do, if you want to unlock any problem, we deal with childhood. So we call it timeline. We reverse it. We spend some time there and identify your early life perception. What have you learned? What have you discovered? What are you still using? What are you dropping? And then we found out this guy, that when he was young, his dad never used to stay with them permanently. He would go and work and come back, and he would go and work and come back. And every time he leaves, he will be very, very painful. He will cry. No, I understand. When I live with my mom, and the night, and my dad was working away. The time that my dad was not at home, I was very, very scared, man. I as a young boy, the night was for me nightmare. But when my dad is there, I had a sense of this when nothing can touch me. My dad is there, Anyway, so this guy told me that he said it was very, very painful every time my dad left. But he said this is what used to happen. He said my daddy used to leave me with money. He will also bring gift when I come back, because I will always perform when my daddy leave. And so when he comes, before he leave, he'll say, okay, you know what, I got a ball for you. And he say, what is then happen? I then go, then once he started to leave the stuff, I started feeling better, and I started go to share the stuff with my friends. So to attract more friends, I will give them my ball, I will give them my bicycle. Everybody will drive my bicycle. The biscuits that my dad was buying for me, I will share to them. Then I say, you see, the child that you once are, you still are. We operate from that meter program from our past as a child. So, and they say to me, now you see, what happened is that behavior used to serve the purpose before. You are okay with that behavior. But now it doesn't serve the purpose. It brought you on the trouble. So we need to understand, whatever behavior that we encounter in ourselves, you need to know this behavior was developed from the very, very early age. So now you as a person, you are just continue to do that behavior. Nothing. That is it. So for example, if you don't feel good about yourself, if you don't feel good about your hair, if you don't feel good about your nose, if you don't feel good about anything, you need to understand you have formed those kind of belief and perception about yourself from your early age. And what has happened, you have just reinforced it as you grow. So for example, if you didn't feel good about yourself and you would sit in a classroom and you will never put your hands up, guess what? As you grown up, you're going to start to be someone who doesn't want to answer questions. Someone doesn't want to put their hands up and say, I will do it, I will try. You're always there questioning yourself because of this you have learned. Allow me to give another story of this to bring my point across, that the child you once are, you still are. I was once upon a time, recently, I was at one of the retail shop here. I bought my stuff, and as I was doing, I was checked out this beautiful black sister. I mean, the color tone, everything beautiful. And I said, sister, you know what? You are so beautiful. And she said, oh, thank you very much. And I said, by the way, is that your hair or it's a wig? Because I want the hair was for me was like, oh yeah, it was not like it was not beautiful. I was just curious. And she said, no, this is a wig. And I said, oh, I'm curious. How come do you wear a wig? Because I didn't know. I'm not against wigs, but I didn't know why the person is wearing it. She said to me these words, I don't like my hair. I'm like, you don't like your hair? Yeah? He said to my hair are very ugly. I said, hey, where did you learn that? He said, no, I didn't learn anywhere. I just know my hair is ugly. I said, where did you learn that you don't like your hair? Who teach you that? Where? And she said to me these words, I'll never forget it. Since young, they will always tease me about my hair. Remember, since young, any behavior, any instruction, even the way we get cross, since young, we have learned it. Since young, we have learned it. And I say, you know what, sister? And I say, what did your father say to you about your hair? And she looked at me and said, what do you mean? I said, what did your father say about the hair? And she said, no, unfortunately, I grew up without my dad. And I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And here's the thing, why I asked that, you see, because I don't know if you can remember the movie, Mr. Miyagi and Danielson, Karate Kid. Always, whenever Mr. Miyagi teach Danielson something, Danielson will say, Mr. Miyagi, wow, how do you know that? Mr. Miyagi will always say, father teach. It's father teach. So when this person tell me, no, I didn't grow up with father, like, how many people they grew up without the father teach? And the father teach is very important. So I was excited to say, I'm an open academy to teach young boys who grew up with single mom, to teach them this principle. And I'm going to call my academy Father Teach Academy. And some of people who are on my program, on my mentorship program, they start teasing me already. They say, you know what, we're going to the academy, Father Teach. They start calling me Father Teach. Because it's very important as we shape our early world to get the message, from the Father, to get the message. It's very important to get the message around us. So those are the two things that we need to understand. So here's how it can help you. So if you struggle with any challenge regarding anything that you don't like now, because remember, those behavior used to serve the purpose before. It was okay for you to give the biscuit to that guy. It was okay for you to give your bite. But now 250,000 rand on a credit is not okay. Remember the behavior, the child that you were once are, you still are. So to be able to overcome, you need to go to the timeline, understand it. Where have you learned this behavior? For what purpose you can be able to overcome? I hope this video has helped you to understand a little bit about yourself. If you want to find more about yourself, if you find yourself stuck in any self-sabotaging behavior, you're welcome to, if you've listened until now, you qualify for your free one-on-one coaching session online for free. My details are down there, down below. There's my email address, there is my telephone number. You can just book for a session. And if you're here for the very, very first time, if you have and you have not subscribed and you listen until now, I please encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the link, and leave a comment. I love your comment, guys. Your comments are helping me to say, okay, you guys are getting value from what I'm putting across, so that I can shoot more video. And if it's very, very first time, just want to share this story a little bit quickly. My name once again is Jerry Mboweni. I was addicted to drug for 11 years of my life. I'm currently going for 19 years clean. Praise God for that. I'm a certified life coach, NLP practitioner, author of the book called 115959. My last 1.5 years, I was living in the street as a beggar. I lost everything. I live in the street as a beggar. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for God to serve me. More about my story on the description box below. Thank you very much for always coming back and watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. Until next video, God bless you. See you soon. Peace and bye for now.